Hey y'all, good afternoon. This is Victoria B. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I was meditating last night and this morning, and I got a message from Spirit to do this video. I'm going to start by reading from the Bible, Psalm 23. This is Psalm 23, the New International Version. Okay, it's a little bit easier to understand for those people that don't really understand the Bible, but I think pretty much everybody knows this verse. This is one of the best in the Bible. So we're going to read now. I'm going to pray. Dear Lord, bless this reading. Bless anyone watching it. Bless our families. Bless this world. Bless all of my friends, my family, their friends' family, everybody in the universe. Keep the negative energies out of this reading. And let those who have ears hear and listen. I ask these things in Jesus' name. I pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay, I'm going to read Psalm 23, a Psalm of David. The Lord is my shepherd. I lack nothing. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the quiet waters. He refreshes my soul. He guides me along the right paths for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil. My cup overflows. Surely your goodness and mercy and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Amen. Okay. I was meditating a little bit last night and this morning, and I got a huge message from Spirit to do this video, excuse me. And today I'm going to be looking into, I'm going to give a little tutorial on the devil card. All the different meanings, what it means in detail. And before I do that, I am going to tell you a little story. I hope you guys don't mind. There was a movie that I saw. I mean, it's been a long time ago. It reminds me of the devil card. We'll just put one up there. This is from my Rider-Waite. This is the devil. The pentagram is upside down, you notice, and the lovers are chained together. They're chained to the devil. You know, those chains are not locked. They can get loose at any time. And those lovers, if you flip this upside down, see, the devil is the lovers upside down. Let me get a lover's card. No, you can see it better. I'm going somewhere with this. Don't worry. So this is the devil and the lovers reversed. See, I'll put the lovers upright. There we go. See how they're upside down? Okay. All right, I'm going to go into more detail here in a minute. I'm just putting, that's what I'm doing today. I'm doing the devil and maybe the lovers. I don't know yet. But anyway, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this movie. If you're not, but I'm going to explain it to you. This is why I'm doing this. This movie I watched, it's an older movie. It's been a while back. It's called Temptation, and it's a Tyler Perry movie. Okay. Well, it's this there's two couples, two black couples. Both of them are very conservative. One is a pharmacist, and one is like a marketing advertising director agency. And she also has some kind of degree in psychology. She counsels people, and everything is going really well for them. You know, they're very conservative, they're very educated people, and they're happy, they're content. And okay, the wife, the husband, like I said, the husband's a pharmacist and she's some kind of marketing counseling. She's really a counselor, but she gets a job like in a online dating service or something like that where she counsels people. Anyway, they're happy, they're content. I mean, it's not the most exciting life, but they're content and they're stable and grounded. All right. And then the wife, she gets this new job. Okay. She's trying to get a job, like she was bored with her old job, so she wanted to get into some type of counseling because that's one of her many degrees were in. This lady was really smart, and she was sort of like, I mean, she was not beautiful or breathtakingly beautiful. She was kind of conservative, kind of plain. The way she dressed, this is just, that's the way that's her personality, which there's nothing wrong with that. Well, she takes this job at this, it's like a escort service. It's not a online, it was a dating service where you actually go in the place and they counsel you to try to fit, they ask you questions to find out what kind of profession you have and what kind of interest you have, to try to find you a mate, try to find you a date, possibly a partner. Okay. But you don't do it online. You go in this place, you make an appointment. It was a very prestigious place too. A lot of people with a lot of people with money come in there. Well, she goes to this job and she proceeds counseling people, lining them up with who might be good for them to date and setting up dates and going into their profiles. It's a big, long, complicated process, and she has to do a lot of counseling. It's more to this business than you realize. Um, but it wasn't like a whorehouse. This was like a dating service. Okay, it was prestigious. It was nothing bad about it, I didn't think. Anyway, and this is a black woman, a black man, and then that's the husband and wife. And then one day this black man comes in, and he is really good looking, and he's rich. He's got money. Um, and he's got a smooth talk about him. Okay. Well, he kept she didn't really want to counsel him because he kept coming on to her, he kept manipulating her mind and asking her. He would ask her questions like, you look unhappy, you need to dress yourself up, you're a beautiful woman, you need to take your glasses off, blah blah. He was just messing with her head the whole time. So she asked her boss if she could refer him to one of the other counselors, and the boss said no, he's requesting you, he wants you. So she's like, okay. So I don't know, in the movies, time goes fast. A 2-hour movie. This guy came to see her. Probably he was coming to see her every day, and he would say, "Well, I've got this match for you. I got this. I found this woman for you. I don't like her. I don't like her." He was just making excuses so he could come and see her every day. And he would just say little things like, "Are you happy? You don't look happy." And then, "Is that your husband? Oh God, you could do better than that. What does he do for a living? He's a pharmacist. Oh my God, that's so boring. And haven't you ever thought about, don't you want, do you ever think your life's passing you by?" I mean, he was just laying a big old line on her. Anyway, to make a long story short, she goes home in the evening. She started going home in the evenings. I don't know, this could have went on for months. Who knows? It's the movies. Okay. I would say months, a few months, maybe 2 or 3, 4 months. And she was going home at night. Okay. She was finding everything wrong with her husband. She was fault finding him, and they never even argued. They were happy. And her husband was like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you acting so weird?" And she kept saying she was bored and she wanted a more exciting life. So this guy's done got in her head. Okay. Then she would come home at night, and she'd been talking to this guy every day. And she started looking in the mirror at herself, thinking that, you know, noticing how she dressed. She dressed very conservative, very plain, nothing wrong with that. And she's very attractive anyway. She wore glasses. She was just very smart, very intelligent and stable. And so was her husband. He was a damn pharmacist, for Christ's sake. Well, she come home every night, would look at herself in the mirror, because this guy was just chatting her up, and she was listening. He First, she wasn't listening. Then she started listening to him. She'd come home at night and look in the mirror at herself, and she started getting attracted to the guy. This guy was a smooth talker, too. He was good looking. He was smooth. He had a good line. He was trying his best to get her. Well, she went out and got her a whole new wardrobe. She started wearing like high heels and, leather print dresses and tight clothes. And she took her glasses off and went and got a new hairstyle. And her boss was like, wow, wow, you look really good. We like that. They were wanting her to spice her look up anyway. And then eventually, after a while, this guy asked her, do you want to go get a drink somewhere? So they went out and they had a drink. Okay. Well, he, um, this guy, he does cocaine and he smokes weed. I don't see nothing. Well, weed is a different thing, but he does weed. He drinks. He does cocaine. So they went out to a very fancy place to eat dinner. Then they went to this club, and everybody in there was just snorting cocaine right in the damn club. It was one of those fancy. I don't know. I forgot what city it took place in. It didn't really say. It was in a big city, and everybody in there was doing cocaine, snorting cocaine, putting the lines right on the tables, snorting them. People smoking weed. It's just like doing whatever you want. People were, doing some really dirty dancing, feeling. But it was actually a fancy place. People were dressed fancy, and this guy had a lot of money. And then after they went to the club, they went and got this. Did they go back to his place? Oh yeah, they went back to his place, and he lives in one of those high-rise buildings, and it's very fancy. It's like a penthouse apartment, and they go up in there, and then he keeps feeding her drinks and got her all drugged up, and anyway, they end up doing it in the bathtub. The guy goes in there. He tells her, I'll be back in a minute. And he has candles all around the bathtub. He's got rose petals all over the place. It was really cool. It was romantic. It was cool. But them two, I mean, that was some hot sex. It was rough, rough and hot, okay? Lustful. They were doing it in the bathtub. And they both fell asleep in the bathtub. And she woke up and said, oh my God, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So, because she had told her husband she was going out with some friends, and she had never done this. They'd been married quite a while, probably, I don't know how long. They had been married quite a while because both of them had put each other through school. So she got home, she goes, I gotta go. He goes, no, you don't. No, you don't. So they end up doing it again. And then finally she gets home about 6 o'clock in the morning, and her husband is asleep. And he woke up and he's like, good God, what happened to you? And she just made up a lie. That's all I'm going to say. And after that, they started going out regularly during the day. And she was able to do her job because he was paying that company a lot of money. And she was trying to find him a mate, like a date, a mate, a woman. And so they just let it go. They let her do whatever she wants to because she was working with this guy. They were like, yeah, take him to lunch, do what you got to do. So they were having fun. They were doing all kinds of, they were doing it in hotel rooms, wherever they could find. Okay. Well, eventually, I'm gonna make this short. She leaves the husband and goes with him. Okay. And it gets really wild, and they end up, if she still goes to her job, and then eventually she loses her job, okay, because she's not going to work. She loses her job. So he's like, it's okay, I can support you. I got you, baby. I got you. I got anything you want. He was giving her anything she wants. Well, after a while, they lived together for a while, and everything was, passionate. And the husband was freaking out. The husband kept coming over there to the guy, and the guy was threatening to kill him, beat him up, and all that. And the husband's a mild guy. He's a pharmacist. He didn't really know what to do. So he just let it be. He was trying to go get help, talk to somebody, and try to get her out of there. And one night, I remember the scene. It was one night in the club. Well, This guy didn't have just one girlfriend. He had about 10 or 12 girls. It was him and her, and they were all strung out on cocaine. And it's like five. That I remember being five other girls there, and they're in the club. They're all kissing on each other. Then they started having like threesomes and fight and orgies and all that good stuff. Okay, this went on for quite a while. Her husband kept telling her to come home, come home, come home, and she's like, "No, I don't want to. I'm happy." He said, "This guy's no good for you. You got to come home. This is not you, baby. This is not you." Well, eventually, she got sick. She started getting sick. She had started. I don't know how long time passed. She started getting sick. She had to go to the doctor, and she found out. She went to the doctor, and she found out she was HIV positive. Not just HIV positive. I mean, she was HIV positive, and she had gonorrhea, which is an STD or STI, whatever you want to call it. She had that, and she had HIV. She was HIV positive, and this is somebody that's never had anything wrong with them in her life. She finds out. She somehow gets his medical records and finds out this guy has full-blown AIDS. I don't know how he's even surviving. I guess all the drugs he does. This guy had full-blown AIDS. He had several STDs, not just gonorrhea. That's the one she caught, and I think she had HPV too, which is human papillomavirus. Human papillomavirus is genital warts. I think she had that too, and eventually. And then some wife he was in, then he had been involved with somebody before. He was married to this lady before. And this lady was coming in, the pharmacist where the husband works. Okay. And she had just moved there. She was hiding from him. He had been stalking her, hunting her down, threatening to kill her. Well, this was the same guy. Okay. So then they start talking. Okay. And the husband eventually finds out through this wife that this is the same guy that's with his wife. Okay. Anyway, it ends very nasty. The guy tries to kill the husband, and he was out here just screwing everybody, a whole bunch of people, and knowing that he had AIDS, knowing he had STDs, not using no protection. Okay. And it ruined this lady's life. It ruined their life. And she was sick. Okay. She was so sick that she couldn't work anymore. And her husband took her back, okay, because he knew she had just got caught up. He took her back. He took care of her. He did what he had to do. But he ended up getting with another woman, okay? He ended up getting with another woman. He met someone new because, he couldn't have sex with her. And the whole thing, he was trying to be understanding, but, he wanted a partner too. And everything was just a mess. Well, he got his wife, the one that has the HIV from the other guy, got her an apartment of her own and took care of her. And he went and got her papers, and she got on some type of disability or something. And they had tried to work it out, but the husband, he did take care of her. Both the one he got where they were taking care of her. It was a really weird situation. But she begged him for another chance. Please don't marry this person. Just stay together. I'm so sorry. He goes, well, he said, it happened and I just can't get past it. I'll never be able to make love with you again. I'm never going to look at you the same again. But he said, I will take care of you. And the other lady agreed too, because she knew what had happened. And then she talked. Then eventually the guy, they find out the guy, the player, I call him the perpetrator. The guy is a drug dealer, okay, and he has a lot of money. He's like a kingpin drug dealer. So all these women got together that he had infected, and they took him to court and won a lawsuit against him. I think that's what happened. And then I don't know what happened after that. It was just, I don't want to go into the whole thing. It got rather violent, but my point is this, okay? No matter who you run across, okay, if you're already good how you are, look, I believe in love, I believe in twin flames. I believe in marriage. I am the love queen. I believe in love. Ever since I was a baby girl, that song by heart, I want to keep my love alive. That's one of my favorite songs. Ever since I was a baby girl, I want to keep my love alive, okay? I've been like this since I was a kid. I love love. I like the idea of it, but make sure, I don't care if this person's your twin flame. I don't care if this is your soulmate. I don't care who it is. This is for everybody. This is for divine feminines, divine masculines, karmics, regular Joe people. This is for everybody I'm talking to. Everybody. Just that movie right there just shocked the shit out of me when I found when she got AIDS and then she got the STDs. I was like, oh my God, because you should have seen this couple. They were like had everything going for them. Okay. And what happened is that's the damn devil right there. That's the devil. Y'all can sugarcoat the devil and say, well, it's a lusty relationship. It's a lot more than that. I'm going into it right now. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. I don't care. It's in the Bible. It's on these cards. Anytime you get the devil in your spread, that's what you're going to fucking get is the devil. Excuse my language. Okay? So, I don't care if this person is your twin flame. I don't care. If you let's say, let me give you an example of some more things that can happen. You got to use your good judgment, use your discernment. It says on one of these cards, like whenever you get the devil card and it's something very toxic and it's got you in a dark place, if you can find a way to shine a light in that darkness, which you need to do that, okay? Whenever you get this card, I don't in your spread, I don't care. Yeah, I take this shit serious because I've looked into it. The devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay? Through lust, through infidelity, through addictions, through obsession, through lusty love, eating disorders, any type of psychosis. I mean, it's just toxic. Toxic, toxic, toxic. And anyway, let me go back. I believe in love just like everybody else. I mean, I would, being with a twin flame is great, but if they're toxic, you need to stay the hell away from them. Another thing is like mental manipulation. I look at that as the devil too, because if you meet someone and you find out that person is your soulmate or whatever, um, if they don't know you that well and they're already playing with your mind and inside your head and you're already crying over them and you're upset, then to me, that's a big old red flag. Okay. You need to sit back and assess the situation. Okay. If that's ever happened, if you ever met somebody, and I mean, I tend to get really emotional. That's one of the problems I have. My emotions are all over the place sometimes, but I've learned how to meditate and control those emotions. Um, me, I'm always giving. I'm always ready for love. I'm always want to give to the person. Okay. But you have to use discernment and judgment because that movie, that right there, that could happen to somebody. Okay. And you don't want to be with somebody that has a bunch of girlfriends and a bunch of players. I don't care if they're your twin flame, soulmate. I don't care who they are. I don't care. You would be better off by yourself. Just like this right here. Where's my cards at? You would be better off by yourself. Like the Nine of Pentacles. You would be a lot better off by yourself. Okay. Like, for example, like I had someone one time, I met them, and this is somebody I thought was my twin flame, but I don't think they are. This is somebody from my past. Every time I got around them, I would lose myself. I would get like, it's just, I was in this devil. It was toxic. This person was toxic. They made me cry. I mean, they made me cry just being around them. I mean, sometimes I would just bust out crying. And if I didn't see them for a couple of days, I'd just cry and cry and cry, you know. And they knew that and they used that against me. They used it. They were just, it was nothing really but sexual, but they were just like using me, using me for money, using me for sex, so forth and so on. Okay. Well, that relationship is gone, thank God. But I'm just telling y'all, watch that movie. I mean, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. I've watched it a long time ago, but I was meditating and praying, and that's what came up. And then I was listening to what was I listening to this morning? Oh, I was praying. I was reading the Bible. I was praying, and last night I was doing meditation. I was doing chakra meditation last night, and then in the morning I usually get up and read my Bible. Okay, and I got a big old message. And if you do meet your twin flame and you hardly know them and they're already playing games with you, you know, then it's not a good sign. You know, it's devil energy. Devil energy. And it's the lovers. The devil is the lovers up. The devil is the lovers reverse. Did I show you guys that card? Here it is, right here. Let me see if I can get it up here where you can see it. The devil. See, the lovers are reversed. See that? And it's really interesting because the lovers, we'll just turn it back up. The lovers in medical terms, like if you were asking spirit to tell you if you have any medical problems, if the lovers comes up, guess what that is? It's an STD, STI, some kind of STD, STI. That includes AIDS. Okay, it's interesting how that. Anyway, not only can you get that, okay, I've never gotten anything like that, thank God, because I use protection. Me and this other person I was with for years always use protection. Thank God. Thank God for favors, okay? But this is what you end up with. The devil, I'm going to read some different meanings on the devil. The devil is like, in this case, I'm going to read this from this card. I'm gonna go. I got all different meanings. I'm gonna give you some a whole bunch of definitions for the devil because there's a whole bunch of them. Okay. The devil on this one. This is our Rider-Waite deck. See the upside down pentagram. The lovers chained to the devil, but the chains are. I mean, they can get out if they want to, but it's most people when they get in this energy, they can't get out of it. It's really hard. So like I said, shine the light inside. Try to come out of that. Try to shine the light inside of yourself. Find it somewhere. Pray. Once you start praying to God, it will come out. You keep praying and praying, you get others to pray for you. Okay, I really believe this. I'm a tarot reader. I believe in God. God is in these tarot cards. I don't care what anybody says, that He is. Some tarot readers read different, but God is in everything, and including this, especially this. Sometimes God uses people like me to point this kind of stuff out. So today I'm going to point it out because I was asked to do it, okay, by Spirit. It says, this is my Rider-Waite. It says, what is it called? Radiant Wise Spirit, Rider-Waite. Let me see if I can just set this old devil up here, and it'd be a lot easier. Okay. All right, there he is. All right, it says, the devil is historically used as the external symbol of fear and corruption. The devil is also the individual's inner symbol of the shadow self, which is all repressed desire. Repressed desire. Beware of repressed desire, because it can cause, if someone comes along and they're looking all good, you might get with them and that relationship could be toxic as hell. It says, our repressed desires and emotional blind spots inform our actions, reactions, and life path. It is only by confronting the devil archetype inside of you, which is to say, having the guts and bravery to shine the light into your own darkness, that one can truly be set free. It says you need to take an honest look at yourself, okay, and free yourself from destructive behavior. It's destructive behavior, shadow self, addiction and obsession, wasting time and energy controlling others, building the ego, can't stress that enough, scapegoating others and not taking responsibility for one's actions, a rip-roaring good time, but the inability to rein it in and impose limits to personal impulses, repressed desires, governing behavior, okay? So, I mean, we know this already. Addiction, obsession, repressed desires, lusty sex, temptation. Uh, it could be food addiction, drug addiction, alcohol, whatever, you name it. Okay, and I'm going to go into the Bible. There's the Bible meaning of it. This is not a pretty card. I don't care what anybody says. You can sugarcoat this devil all you want, but it's still the devil. Okay, those are the two lovers. They're possibly in a very lusty, toxic relationship. Okay, and it never works out in the end because the lovers are upside down, you know, meaning literally upside down, you know, falling apart. But in the Bible, the devil's in the Bible. I don't care what y'all say. You know, the devil in the Bible, he was a fallen angel. He was thrown out of heaven. His name is Lucifer. Okay? Lucifer didn't come out at night. He was an angel of the light. He would go around posing as an angel of light to fool people. He can be out in broad daylight. You can encounter the devil in broad daylight more than you can at night. Okay, the devil lurks around all day. Is the Bible? The devil is like a lion, a roaring lion, lurking around for something to kill, steal, or destroy. Okay, that too. All right, and I'm gonna give an example. Like if you had just met somebody, especially if you've had a breakup, if you just met somebody and you think they might be your twin flame, or they might be a soulmate, or you might be interested in them, and already you haven't even known them that long, and they already make you cry, and they kind of mess with your head, they get inside your head and they make you cry, and they play little games with you, and don't tell you everything, don't tell you what's going on, don't communicate at all. That's a big old red flag that this is the fucking devil. Excuse my language, I shouldn't be cussing, excuse me, Lord. That this could possibly be the devil, whether they're your twin flame or not. Okay, I'm not saying that your twin flame is the devil. Don't get mad at me, people. It's just you need to look into it further. And I don't know, if you're already crying and you're already obsessing over them, that's not a good sign. So you need to check yourself. You need to ask God what to do. You can meditate your regular meditation, do your regular rituals, but I am encouraging you today to seek God. Ask God what to do, because God is the one that loves us unconditionally. We're like his children. You know how you love your children, how you protect them? Well, this is how God feels about us. So the best person to ask for this type of advice is God. You can still do your regular meditation rituals, but if you need to know the answer to this question, ask God. He'll give you a lot of clarity. Okay? That's what this devil card means. This one, they're all a little bit different. This is what Spirit has asked me to read, to give today. That's what came up in my meditation. So just be careful who you get with. You know, you could catch a disease. You don't know how many other women they got, or men, if it's a woman. You know, reverse the roles like always. You don't know what's going on. If you just met them and they haven't communicated with you in the 3D, and they're only communicating with you in the 5D, and they haven't told you anything, and they're inside your head, and they're already making you cry, they're already making you feel kind of off balance anyway, that's not a good sign. That's devil energy. That's toxic. Okay? Just remember that. I know a lot. I've been through a lot all my life, and I know this. Okay? I know about these things. This is just for anybody that wants to view this. Man, woman, or beast. Anybody. Karmics, divine feminines, divine masculines, your regular Joe Blow, whoever. Watch out for the devil. Anytime you get the devil in a spread, you need to check it out. All right. This is my next devil card. This is my Japanese tarot deck. It's very cute and simple, but it still has the devil on there, and the horns are there. Anything with horns on it to me is a red flag. Anytime you see a tarot card and something's got horns on it and a pentagram, especially an upside down pentagram like that, you need to check it. Horns, okay? All right, I'm going to read this card. This is the meaning of, I'm going to read the meaning of this card now. See if I can get it to stay up there. There we go. That's the devil. That's our little devil. This is my daughter's deck. But there's some different good explanations in here for it. Just bear with me. I had it marked. Here we go. Okay. In this case, this is the Kawaii Tarot. It's Japanese. Kawaii means cute. It's for like a beginner. It's my daughter's. And she's learning. The devil. It means addiction, vice, self-medication in this case. The devil is in the business of indulgence and bondage, whether it's drugs, food, or even hopelessness. The devil appears when there is an addiction. This card represents your shadow, necessary but often hiding truths. It does not foretell doom, only the need for your attention. Yes, it does foretell doom if you don't get a handle on it. Are you still holding fast to your highest vision? Still struggling with the concept of even amounts, the fool overindulges in drinking. One night in the shadows, he sees the devil. The devil is with two people wearing shackles around their necks. Though terrified, the fool manages to turn around. Before he does, he notices the shackles were big enough to easily slide off. The devil is universally one of the most worrying cards to get in the reading. Although the appearance of this card can feel like a curse or a dark cloud, the devil actually has no control over you. Yes, they do. To me, they do. If you let them. But they can get a good strong hold on you on all those addictions and all that other shit going on. It can be anything bad. It can get control over you, and it can be hard to get out of it, especially if it's a very sexual relationship. That's one thing. Okay? The devil, to me, is a power play. When somebody tries to do that to you, I don't like that shit. They do have control over you if you let them. That's the problem. People get so far down in the depths of the darkness of the devil that they don't realize that the devil has control of them. It says the devil is here to let you know you have an idea or substance taking over your well-being. An idea or a substance taking over your well-being. Okay. The devil is the devil. I don't care what they can give me all the descriptions they want, but because I already know. I didn't get to be this old for nothing. Okay, that's our next one. Let me think a minute. Let me see. Let's do the next card. All right, this one is from the Mermaid Tarot. You guys have seen that in my video. I'm not going to show you the box. This devil is from the Mermaid Tarot. This devil, it's a mermaid trapped in a cage. And you see those coins? See the coins? I'm going to show. There's coins there. I don't know if you can see this or not. There's coins leading a trail where she's in that cage. The cage is not locked either. This is like all that glitters is not gold. So apparently that can be going after money. It could be going into a relationship for money. It could be going into any type of ill-gotten gains through money, illegal money. Or she just saw a person and they glittered like gold coins, and it attracted her. And this is where she ended up. Okay? That's how I'm looking at that card. I am going to read it, though. That's how I look. All that glitters is not gold. That's the devil there. Those gold coins. All that glitters is not gold. Let me find my devil. I'm going to read the whole thing because this book is excellent. I already know the meanings. I just want to give you guys some extra education on this because I think it needs to be said. Let me find the devil here. Devil don't want to come out. He's hiding. Okay, here he is. Okay. It says, we have all been guilty of chasing pretty sparkly things. That's those gold coins in that card. I'll show you one more time. They're leading a trail to the cage she's in. We have all been guilty of chasing pretty sparkly things. We have all spent time desiring and plotting how to get our hands on the latest and greatest shiny thing. We have all allowed our desire to trap us and make us prisoners of consumerism. Things are seductive. Having things makes us feel useful, needed, and part of the material world that we live in. Even the mermaids are guilty of chasing things they could really live without and don't really have a use for. And every so often, one of them finds their way into a trap. So this mermaid was chasing some material wealth, those coins, and the coins led up to the trap. She didn't even pay attention to it. She was going to get those coins, and bam, she's trapped in that chair. Bam, trapped, hoodwinked, hoodooed by the devil. See what I'm saying? Material shit. Taking a closer look, you will see that the most traps of desire, there is no lock. The mermaid can leave anytime she wants, yet she is still staring at the treasures in front of her as if dazed and held captive by nothing more than her unchecked need. Okay, look at that. She is in there, but she's trapped in a cage and still staring at those damn coins, them shiny coins. You could be trapped, you could be trapped by your own greed, like say doing illegal things for money, or anything where if somebody offers you money, some man comes along or some woman comes along and says, hey, I'll take care of you, and they got all this wealth, and you're not really with them because you love them, you're with them for freaking money. That could be another thing. Or this mermaid saw those shiny coins on that beach up on the shore and got up out of the water to go get the coins. She got up out of her element to chase those coins, and she ended up in a trap. That makes sense. Okay, that's another thing. Greed, any kind of greed, any kind of ill-gotten money, that's a devil. And I want to tell y'all something else. The devil can bring you things faster than God can, because the devil don't care. Like, God will bring you things, it'll take much longer, but that's because he knows those things are bad for you. God gives you the free will to get what you want, to do what you want to do, okay? So does the devil, but the devil produces faster results, but you're going to pay the penalty. You're going to pay a price for it, possibly your soul or your self-worth or even death, okay? So take that shit seriously. When you get the devil card, look into that, especially, like, it just could be the simple fact that you met a person and you're obsessing over them, and they can feel that energy. So they just take that energy and run with it. They start manipulating your mind, and they see you, and then it's like it just ruins everything. Okay? People can feel that shit, especially, I don't want to say nothing, but especially, I think, a man, okay? Men know when you like them. They know. And sometimes if you're into it, if your emotions are into it too much, or you're too lusty after them and after you, they can sense that shit. They smell that shit like, they're like flies on shit. They can smell it. It's almost like they can smell you. Even if they're not right in front of you, they can smell it in the air. Like, ooh, I got her. So then they start trying to control you. Then they start mentally, they get in your head. Then they start, not treating you right from the beginning. That's what happened to me with my last relationship. And I didn't pay attention to it because I was so in love with this person and so attracted to them. It was very toxic. Okay, I'm just giving you an example. This is in the Bible. The devil is literally the devil. Okay, the devil represents anything toxic, anything bad, anything. Like, I don't want to go into it, like child molestation, rape, murder, jealousy, envy, greed, having run-ins with the law. Oh my God, drug addictions, food addictions, food, eating disorders. God, it just goes on and on. Okay. And here's our next devil. This is on the, God, what's the name of this deck? The Golden Art Nouveau deck. This is a devil. This is the devil. We're not doing signs today. We're just doing devil. Yeah, devil means Capricorn, but if it's someone you know, but here's the devil here. And if you notice his eyes, his eyes are rolled back in his head, you know. So it's like, watch out, run. When you see the whites of their eyes, run. You know, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but we're going to put him up here. This is a crazy devil here. This is a crazy looking one. And the lovers are down there. They're reversed. Where's my lovers card? This is really where you can see it. This is the lovers reversed. And this is the devil. That means that's your, oops, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got him up. There you go. That means they're reversed. That's some toxic shit going on there. Very toxic relationship. Anyway, I'm going to read from this book. And yes, I'm preaching today. I'm sorry. Because I have got this message. This came straight from the Most High. Warning me. Giving me a warning and telling me to tell others. And if you want to listen, if you have ears, hear it. If not, you don't have to listen to it. You got free will. Here it is. It says, a man and a woman are in bondage to their own lesser impulses as much as they are captives of the devil himself. The devil entices the weak to chase temporal goals of wealth, lust, domination, and then enslaves them in hellish eternity. Yes, this card is a reminder to choose wisely and follow the pathways that lead toward the light. Okay? Pathways that lead toward the light. Go to the light, Carol Ann. Okay? All are welcome. Go to the light. Please. Don't let yourself... A really hard thing to get out of. I've never been addicted to drugs or anything like that. I mean, one time I almost became like an alcoholic, but I quit. Because I've quit. This is when I was younger. Like if I was doing too much of anything, it's like I would be like, oh shit, I gotta stop. I still smoke cigarettes. It's the only thing that I do now. But I would be like, oh God, Debbie, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. You know, you gotta stop. So I would put my own self in my own little rehab. I remember I took like a week off work, and after drinking for about a year every night straight, and I didn't go get help or anything like that. I just, went off the alcohol. I got out and started exercise. I did that anyway. I would exercise. I'd be out there all day. That was my week. And my job didn't know about that. I couldn't tell them because I worked. But then I've done a lot of jobs. But back then, when I was real young, I was in the medical field at that time. I've done a lot of different jobs, but that was one of them. And if I told them that, I'm just afraid I would get fired. So, but I was drinking off work, I wasn't drinking on the job or anything, but I just took myself off of it. I started, doing exercise, jogging, doing any type of exercise, started eating good. I drank a lot of coffee. Coffee helps with addictions. I still smoke cigarettes. That's the only thing I haven't been able to kick. But that is a hard fucking thing to get off of. That is devil energy. Yes, you're not locked to it. Yes, you're not locked in those chains, but it is very hard once it gets a hold of you. That's with anything. Anything. This is message from the Most High, from God, the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost wants you to know this today. Okay, whether you believe it or not, it's logical. It makes sense too. If you don't believe in God, believe the logic, because it makes a lot of sense and it does get you. But I've had to put myself in rehab a couple of times in my house to get off. One time to get off alcohol, one time to get off Xanax. I'm going to put it out there, but that's been years ago. And I did it. I shook, I cried, I couldn't sleep, but I got off of it. Okay. But smoking, I can't really give that up. I could, but I don't really want to. I kind of enjoy it. If I tried vaping, I didn't like that. I don't know. I might try vaping again, but okay, I'm gonna give you another example. Like someone that's heroin. Heroin is like, I've never done any hard, heavy drugs. I used to smoke weed a little bit in high school. I mean, we smoked a lot of weed. We drank, we smoked, we took Quaaludes, you name it. Okay, in school. But after I graduated high school, I didn't go to college till I was about 25. I just kind of got a job, and I got a government job. I moved out of town, moved out of the state that I live in. I moved up by near Maryland, and I got a job at a Navy base. It was called Naval Ordnance Station. I worked there. My last name was different. My name was different then. I worked there like 12 years, and we drank like fish, on the weekend and there. And then when I had to go off the Xanax, I was in the medical field. So I've done a lot of different jobs, but I was at one place for 12 years, and I had to take myself off alcohol because it was just making me feel like shit. And something always clicks in me. Hey, you need to quit. And I do it. But not everybody has that kind of willpower. If a person's on heroin, that's something that will totally take you over, because I've studied that in school, like counseling classes. I took like a drug counseling class one time. Heroin is one of the worst things to get off of. You can't. It's sometimes damn near impossible. That is this devil's stronghold. They want the strong. They're giving you free. I mean, you got free will to walk away, but sometimes you can't. People that are trapped, people that are homeless, trapped on the street, they live in a crack house. People on crack, people on cocaine. Um, Even the soccer moms that are on pills. I mean, that can be an addiction too, because if you try to go off of them, I mean, just saying, that goes on. Rich people do drugs, poor people do drugs, middle class people do drugs. Everybody does. But I don't do anything. All I do is smoke cigarettes and drink coffee. But I used to be a heavy drinker, and that's the freaking devil. Okay? Devil. The devil is not welcome here. Devil is not welcome here. Anyway, I sage my area real good. I prayed before I did this reading. But God wants you to know whether you have a twin flame or not. Okay? God needs to be the first one you go to. He needs to be your twin flame first. God needs to be your twin flame. Jesus, the Holy Spirit. Your ancestors, that's who your ancestors are with right now. Okay? If you don't believe in God, if you don't believe what I'm telling you, use your logic, use your head, use your discernment and judgment. Please. The devil's a liar, a cheater, a thief. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. I don't care. They can sugarcoat these tarot cards all they want, but this is not a good card to get. Okay? And like I said, Divine Feminine. Now, you can reverse this to Divine Masculine, but I'm say Divine Feminine because it relates more to, because I relate more to women, okay? Divine Feminine or karmic, whoever you are. I don't have nothing against karmics. Everybody was a karmic at one time in their life, okay? Not everyone finds their twin flame. If you find your twin flame and you met them and they're already starting to act squirrely, they don't communicate with you. They only communicate with you maybe in the 5D. They don't even, it's like they that can happen. Or they're already starting to show toxic behavior, or they're already starting to show signs that they might mentally manipulate you. Don't go to them. You don't have to. You can be single. You don't have to go to them. You don't have to go to anybody. You would be better off by yourself. Okay? Y'all can take this. I hope no one gets mad at me. This is what I believe, but also it applies to logic. If you, whatever religion you pray to, okay, if you pray to Buddha, Buddha doesn't want to see you in toxic. If you're Hindu, they don't want to see you toxic. If you're, I don't know, let's see, say you're a Mason, you're a Freemason, like you do that Freemason magic, I don't know a lot about it. I have a Bible that my aunt had, the Freemason Bible, and I think some of my family members might have been like generations ago. I don't know. I wish she was still alive, as she gave it to me before she died. Anyway, like a Freemason, the Masonic Lodge, something like that. That's okay. I think they believe in Jesus. I don't know a lot about it. Or if you do dark magic, even y'all people out there that do the dark magic, which I definitely just don't even do that, because that is just the devil, 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 and it's caused people to go insane. Some people are in insane asylums from doing black magic, because it comes back to you. Whatever you send out comes back to you 3 times over, times three, times three. What they did to me, what they did to them, well, I can't say it. Anyway, times three. It's going to come back to you times three. My throat chakra is not working real well right now. Because I don't think some negative ass people probably don't want me to say this. But whatever you believe, whatever religion you practice, stay out of toxic. Stay out of the devil. And don't be toxic. Don't treat your divine feminine like that. Talk to them. Talk to them. Talk to them in the 3D also, not just the 5D. Have some guts. Do what you got to do. Don't play with their head. Don't get inside their head. Don't play with their emotions, especially with some divine feminines have been through so much. I can vouch for that. I have been through hell. You would not believe what I've been through. By looking at me, you couldn't tell. You would not believe it. It is some crazy, outlandish shit. That I don't want to talk about it, but you would not believe what I've been through. It ain't just with this relationship. It's been all my life since childhood. You would not believe it. And I had to learn. I had to learn how to reach down inside myself, pick yourself up from the bootstraps, and put your big girl panties and go. Do not trust this devil. Do not trust the devil. The devil will get a hold of you and you might never break free. Any kind of, especially with hard drugs, sex addictions. I forgot to mention that. Sex addictions are something you need to go to a doctor for, to a therapist, a sex therapist, or a psychiatrist. There's some people, I know they can't help it. I'm not putting anyone down. Everybody has their issues. And also, if you feel the need to control somebody just because you love them, you feel the need to get inside their head and control them, and then be nice one day, and then be different one day, and then be nice one day, be mean the next. If you feel the need to manipulate people, then you don't need to get with people. Okay? But I think I made my point. All right? So, these are some cards I drew today. I'm going to keep going. These are cards I drew earlier. This is the Nine of Pentacles, our single business person, confident on their own. That's what you need to do. Stay that way. If you got a twin flame like that, or a soulmate, or especially a karmic, this is how you need to be. Because this is the same card. This and the Empress. If you're an Empress or you're a Nine of Pentacles, you don't need to chase people. You don't need to chase men. You don't need to chase women. To me, I'm very funny about it. I think the man should make the first move to the woman. Because this Empress here don't chase people. I don't know how you guys feel. I'm done doing that. I'm not doing that. I refuse. If someone likes you, they will come to you. Let the man, if you're a divine feminine, let your masculine come to you. That's how I feel about it. Okay? Because look at this beautiful Empress and this Nine of Pentacles. They don't need to chase people. You don't. Divine feminine, do not chase these people. I don't care if they're your twin flame or not. If they want to be with you, that man will call you. Okay? Just saying. And I got, what else did I get? The Seven of Swords. If that shows up in your spread, we definitely know what that is. Liar, cheater, thief. You definitely need to check into that, because that's directly related to the devil. The devil is a liar, a cheater, a thief, and he comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You need to ask God in situations like that, okay? Go to the light. Shine the light on yourself. Get out of that dark shit that you're in. Get out of it now. Okay, this is divine timing. 7 of Pentacles. That came up today for me, for the spread I'm doing. Divine timing is also watching your investments grow. See, he's got like, I don't know if you trade stocks or you bonds or you have money, saving up your money. That's a money tree. You're watching your investments grow, and he's still got one on the ground that needs to grow. And he's like, oh, wow, I got all this. He's just admiring it. He's watching his investments also. That can be straight with direct divine timing. You don't need to invest in something that's toxic, in the devil, because then you're going to lose this too. You're not, divine. This is divine timing. This is also about, holding on to what you've worked for. You could lose everything. The devil take your money. They take everything from you. And this is another 7 of Pentacles, a divine timing card. It kind of follows the other one. It's a merman and a mermaid. They're married or whatever. They're getting ready to have a little baby mermaid. Divine timing. And what's going to happen is, man, anyway, this is going to be your end result every time. 9 of Swords. No sleep, night terrors, nightmares, sleepwalking, crying endlessly, can't stop crying, panic attacks, anxiety, talking negative about yourself, thinking everything's your damn fault. It's not, y'all. It's not your fault, feminines or masculines. Whoever's going through, it's not your fault. Don't let people do this to you. This freaking devil energy, I'm getting mad. This devil energy is not good. You don't need to do that. God does not want you to be in that position. Yes, I read tarot. It's directly related to the Most High. It's in some of the tarot meanings are in the Bible, but I'm not telling y'all. That's my secret, ancient Chinese secret. There's a lot of meanings to the tarot in the Bible. Spirit has showed me. Okay? I believe in the Bible. I believe in other things too, but God is in all these, in everything. And if you don't believe that, just use your head, use your discernment, use your knowledge and your wisdom. Anytime you see the devil in your spread or the 7 of Swords, especially, but mainly this shit here, you need to check it out and see what it is. Okay? Because these two, look at these two happy, look at these two people in here. They're all, look how pretty they look. They're all happy. And here comes the devil. Here he comes. And guess what happens? Upside down. See, they're upside down. Yep. And this one, I thought it was interesting. This little Japanese deck. Here we got the devil. And the lovers upside down. See the hearts? The hearts on the lovers. The hearts are upside down. Your heart is down on the ground. Your heart is, that takes your heart away. And this devil, let's see. This is the devil and the lovers. This devil here in the mermaid deck. This is a devil. And this is the lovers reversed. Lovers reversed. So that lover there, they're looking at themselves in the mirror. It's made them, that devil energy has taken away this person's self-esteem because they're looking in the mirror at themselves. They're trying to get themselves back. They could have possibly lost their self-worth. The devil will take everything away from you. Everything you got until you're just dead. Death. So anyway, I prayed to God. I meditated last night. I do chakra meditation. I did that last night. And then this morning I got up and was praying and stuff. And this is what came to me. So that's why I'm sharing it with you guys. So I hope I help somebody in some way. Just divine feminines, divine masculine. Do not let people get inside your head and manipulate you. If someone loves you, Okay, it should feel right from the beginning. There should be no crying. Crying is when you've been with somebody for a long time and you break up. That's crying. You shouldn't be crying, feminines. You should not be crying, or masculines, or karmics. Nobody should be crying. You know, there's no crying in divine love. Okay, there's no crying. Not maybe tears of joy, but not tears of sadness. You know, okay. If someone hurts your feelings, especially if you're like a water sign, I'm part water sign. I got a lot of Scorpio in me, and I have my feelings hurt easy, and just I don't want, just don't play with people, please. And if you're in some kind of toxic energy, get your Bible out and read Psalm 23. Pray on it. Pray on it. Especially if you're divine, that might take your divine away from you. That might take your gift. God gives us our spiritual gifts. It's in the Bible. I don't want to keep preaching, but it's in there. I saw mine. Discernment of spirits. Discernment of spirits, and prophecy, premonition. Like, my cousin has premonition. She knows what's going to happen before it's going to happen. And I have a whole bunch of stuff, but mine, what I can see in the Bible, it's premonition and discernment of spirits, or spirit, whatever. So you receive messages from spirit, and you have premonitions. That's why I sometimes give warnings if I get a message. And I'm not doing it to be negative. I'm trying to help. Go to God. God loves us all. He loves you unconditionally. He loves us unconditionally. Nobody else, no man, okay, feminines, no man, and masculines, no woman is going to love you like God does. Okay? Go to him first. If your twin flame is a manipulator, or they're already doing that, you ain't known them that long and they're already starting that, don't do it. Stay out of it. Pray. Pray for that person. Pray to God, or whatever it is that you do. Okay? If you don't believe in that, use your logic. Use the good side of what you're doing. Don't use black magic, use white magic. Stay in light. If you're in some kind of, you do some type of spell work or whatever, make sure it's light. It's the light kind. It's not the dark. No dark. You need to go towards a light, the lit path. Okay? But I'm telling you that God, that's my number, Victoria B 333. The 333 is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, if you haven't figured that out by now. Reading tarot, a lot of people, a lot of my people, my family, they think I'm weird. They'll say, well, isn't that against the Bible? No, it's not, because it was given to me by God. My cousin has it too, and she's a pastor, and she likes what I'm doing. She's, as long as you do it for good, Debbie, as long as you stay in the light. I said, yeah, I know, that's right. Some understand, some don't, you know. But any of this stuff that you do, stay on the good side of it. Do not harm others. It's going to come back on you anyway. Even the Wiccans, they say, and it harm none, do what you will. Okay? Especially don't harm your divine. Don't manipulate your divine partner. That's wrong. It's wrong. God is watching all of us. He's watching. I don't care what y'all say. He is watching, and he sees everything. He sees everything we do. So pay attention. Some of these tarot card meanings are in the Bible, but y'all, I'm not telling you what they are. You have to find it. You have to find that yourself. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to quit talking. I hope this message resonated with somebody. I hope no one gets mad at me. I don't judge people on what religion they do. Just stay in the light if you're going to do it. Find the light. Watch out, especially if you're on hard, especially if anybody does hard drugs, get them out of that, because that is the hardest thing to get out. Sex addiction is real hard to get out of too. Okay, anything, obsessing over a person. You have to care more about yourself If you catch yourself obsessing over somebody, then you got to sit down a minute and take a time out and say, hey, self, note to self, you're getting out of hand. Put this person out of your mind on the back burner just for that day and get yourself grounded again. And love yourself more than you love that other person, and you'll be fine. If they start to act squirrely, then block them out. Block it and pray and get back to yourself. Okay, that's all I have to say. May God bless you. I love you guys, and I hope this message resonate. That's what I'm here for. All my information will be in the description box. If you'd like to leave a love donation of $3.33 or $5.55, I will put my PayPal information. It would be greatly appreciated. And some of my donations I give to the church. So if I get a lot, I'll donate like half to the church. It's up to you guys. If you like my video, you like me, you can do that. I would really appreciate it though, just to help support my channel. Anything you want to email me on, but I'm not judging anybody. I'm not judging anybody's religion. This is just what I believe. Okay. Use your head, use your noggin. Take a step back and say, if it don't feel right, if it doesn't feel right, then you need to take a step back and take a look at it. Okay. I love you guys so much, and I hope I helped somebody out there. And those are our meanings for the devil cards. I will see you in my next video. Victoria B, signing out. God bless. Mwah. Love you.